I am sure you all have heard of the term calorie before. Low calorie diets, high calorie diets, calorie this, calorie that. But do you actually know what a calorie is? A calorie is a measurement, but it doesn't measure a weight or measure a length. A calorie is a unit of energy. When you hear someone say something contains 100 calories, it is a way of describing how much energy your body will be getting from eating or drinking that substance. Every food and drink we consume, except water, contains a certain amount of calories, which means it is going to give your body a certain amount of energy. All the food you consume on a daily basis is added up in total, which is called your daily caloric intake. Your daily caloric intake is calculated on a daily basis and is the main unit of measurement that determines whether you gain or you lose weight. That is given on a daily basis. If you consume more calories than what your body burns on a daily basis, you will gain weight. If you consume less calories than what your body burns on a daily basis, you will lose weight. If you're new to the calorie world, most people think calories are a bad thing and they're not good for you. That is incorrect. Calories are not bad for you at all. Your body needs calories for energy, but eating too many calories or too many of the wrong type of calories and not burning enough of them, though your exercise or through your training regime, will lead to gaining weight very fast. Almost all foods and drinks consume calories. Some foods, such as lettuce, contains very little calories, 100 grams of shredded, 10 calories. You'll find out how many calories are in an item of food by looking at the nutrition facts of the back of the label. I also use an app called Calorie King, which allows you to use the type of food and the weight of the food into an app, and it calculates the amount of calories in that item for you. In the protein, there are 4 calories per gram, and the protein that you consume in fats, there are 9 calories per gram. And fats you consume, if you were to consume 10 grams of protein, that would add up to 40 calories. If you were to consume 10 grams of carbs, it would also add up to 40 calories. And obviously, if you consume 10 grams of fats, that would add up to 90 calories, because fats contain 9 calories per gram of fat. Does that make sense? It is very simple when you get your head around it. I'm going to go over what protein does, what carb does, and also what fat does in terms of function in the body, composition, and then going to explain to you how it is relevant in bodybuilding world. So protein is essential to the building muscle mass. It's commonly found in animal products, which is the bodybuilding world. We like to call it lean meat. So things like chicken, turkey, tuna, beef, lamb, etc. And it can also be present in the sources protein, another source of protein, such as nuts, eggs, and tofu. Which protein is broken down in the body, it helps to form muscle mass. It helps the body to recover, and it also helps the immune system stay strong. So that is going to help you stay full on for longer in terms of the way you look. Protein is going to help you build muscle and drop fat. Carbs are made up of simple sugars and break down inside the body to create glucose. Glucose is moved around the body in the blood and in the primary source of the energy for the brain, muscles, and other essential cells in the human body. There are 2 forms of carbs. There are high GI carbs and low GI carbs, and they both have very different effects on the body and have big effects when it comes to building the muscle and dropping body fat. Low GI carbs, like sweet potato, brown rice, etc., are a form of substance energy and do not force the body to release a large amount of insulin when they are consumed. High GI carbs, as sugars, white potato, release a large amount of insulin. Once they are consumed and do not provide long-lasting energy like the low GI carbs do. Once insulin is released into the body, but simply it's like a key that unlocks or opens your muscle and fat cells. Once insulin is released into the body, your muscle cells and fat cells open up the nutritions you are consuming, get shuttled into those cells. And you can see by spiking your insulin cells, it does increase the chance of building muscle. But it does also increase the chance of putting on body fat. So it's very important you are eating the right kind of carbs at the right place, at the right time. So in terms of bodybuilding, you need to make sure you have either oats, brown rice, or sweet potato meals before you train. Then have your white rice or white potato meals after you train. So you have your low GI carbs before you train because it gives you a low release energy before you train. And you have your high GI carbs before you train, after you train, sorry, because it spikes your insulin levels and shuttles nutrients into your muscles, maximizing growth and recovering. If you eating your GI carbs all day, will release too much insulin and most likely put on too much fat. If you are eating low carbs all day, you're maximizing your muscle growth. So remember, always have your low GI carbs pre-workout and throughout the day, and have your high GI carbs throughout, because the insulin spike. Once again, a carb is not just a carb, there are different effects on your body. Now into the fats, the main types of fats we consume are saturated and unsaturated fats. Unsaturated fats are generally considered better for us than saturated fats. Unsaturated fats are foods like avocado, almonds, peanuts, butter. Saturated fats can come in foods items like ice cream, donuts, fat from meats, butter, cheese. The reason that unsaturated fats have better effects on our bodies is due to molecule structure of the fat. Saturated fats form regular shapes that clump together easily. Unsaturated fats form unregulated shapes that cannot clump together so easily. As I mentioned earlier, fats are very high in calories. Every gram of fat equals 9 calories. So you need to be very careful about what only types of fat that you are consuming, because the calories do add up very fast and can lead to putting on excess weight. I know this all sounds very complicated, but this is what protein, carbs and fats are. This is what we need to be, this is not what we need to take into consideration when dieting. But really at the end of the day, you don't so much need to know what they do, just be aware of what you're consuming and how much you're consuming. There are a lot of things you need to take into consideration. So what I'm about to tell you is not 100% accurate. It's not consumed to you as an individual. It's just a rough guideline to follow if you want to do yourself. Make sure you understand this, okay? This is not 100% accurate, because I'm hoping there are thousands of people watching this and I cannot explain to everyone or calculate for everyone personally. I can do that with my online coaching, and this is what I do for them. The process will stay the same for you. So in this video, I'm just teaching you the process. Please remember, this is just a rough, not 100% accurate for you. So when you start your cut for a male and a female, you are starting to bulk. Your base diet will become the same amount of calories. Yes, that is correct. When you are starting a bulk or cut base, it starts the same place, and then goes off in a different direction as time goes by. When you were cutting, you were starting a maximum amount of food and decreasing it as you go. When you are bulking or building muscle, you are minimizing amount of food and increasing it as you go. For women, at a rough guess, you would start on approximately 2,000 to 2,300 calories, depending on the factor I mentioned about. For a male, at a rough guess, you would start on approximately 2,800 to 3,200 calories for a base diet. Key points: your daily caloric intake is calculated on a daily basis. This is the main use of measurement in that determines whether you gain or you lose weight at that given day.